can't hear it.
Great start.
You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll certainly wonder why you watched a semi-useless show.
Spaghetti.
Alright, all you schmoes out there, welcome to a fucked up starting edition of a semi-useless show.
We haven't had one in a while.
The Halloween special.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Spook-
Maybe.
I got candy corn,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a black cat.
Ooh.
A real black cat, even.
Get a little white on it.
Partially white, yeah.
Right.
Didn't like that, but
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
didn't like me touching him, though.
Oh.
So yeah, we're probably gonna talk about some self-driving cars, a little bit of passport intersex.
Also, go ahead.
Sounds expensive.
Yes, and some horror movies, maybe a little bear hunting type shit for here in Orlando, and
We're also going to discuss the whole cancer thing.
oh yeah, we can discuss that
Yeah.
About what?
We'll discuss it.
with processed meats.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm in the clear.
Yeah. So you haven't ate anything
For now.
Yes.
It's pork and everything, too, so you're not... And bacon.
Yeah. Every.
Tobacco
Everything
is not
you eat.
processed.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. All right.
So I'm safe for now.
So anyways, I am your host, Jim. Right here we have our co-host, Bill.
Frank and Stein.
Nice. Next to him, we have our schmo host, Sam.
Boog E. Man.
Nice. And
Jim's like, is this going to be a new thing? Fuck, why didn't anybody tell me?
I know.
Bud E. Cat.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Tim.
Burton.
I know, I was gonna say Tim Burton, but I'm like, that's retarded.
Tim Beer Die.
Yeah. I'm the Invisible Man. So,
Oh, all right. No host. No host with the most.
no host, schmo host.
Ghost host.
No, but for real, before we get into the Halloween stuff and all that, I wanted to talk about self-driving cars, since it seems like Tesla has a pretty good one.
That's scary.
Oh.
Self-driving cars. It has something to do with Halloween. It's pretty fucking scary.
Very. But you still have to, like, kind of be there, just in case the road or the car can't detect the lines, then the
This thing-
self-driver turns off.
This thing, every crash is just coincidentally someone else's fault so far.
Right.
I think it's true, though. They're getting rear-ended and stuff, so it's
That
like...
leads me into something else.
Are you talking? Well, Jimmy, are you talking about the Google car?
No, Tesla.
Oh, Tesla's car. Because Google had some problems with hanging on to the algorithms of somebody else's driving, like how a person might go, oh, are you gonna go? Oh, I'm gonna go. Oh, you're gonna go. You know how you have that moment at a four-way? And
Yeah.
the Google car had a problem with that because it can't latch on to somebody else's stupidity. Like it's like we can't think like humans.
I know, and you think with all the porn on Google, they know a thing or two about four-ways.
Yeah. I mean, come on now, Google.
I mean, jeez.
There's a
There's
whole
not a-
Google of four-ways. Nice.
So, but no, my thing is, the only
Huge?
way, so the only way that this is going to happen is if in the contract when you buy the car, it has to say like all liability when put in self-driving mode is on the driver. You know what I mean? Because if there's any accident that's like the fault, you could say it's the car's fault. Like people say, oh well, it would have to be if it was like the computer malfunctioned or something. But
Yeah.
any accident is the computer's fault because that's what the computer's designed not to do, is be in an accident.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's designed to take you from point A to point B. Really, is what it is. That's what everybody's supposed to be impressed with. But of course, the very most important thing over that, people are going to think, yeah, it shouldn't be getting into accidents. And how could it be if it's self-driving, the liability of the person that's just the passenger? That's like saying the passenger in a bus,
Sitting in the driver's seat.
but they're not driving, right?
Right.
So,
I mean, when they're fully self-driving, yeah, but I mean these Tesla ones, you're still sitting right there because if you go on a road that doesn't have guidelines, it wouldn't be able to drive.
well, let's think of the big picture here. Somebody wants to read the paper while they're going to work, so they're not going to be able to prevent that accident.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, even if they are right there. To me, it's like saying that all the passengers on the bus are at fault when the bus gets into a wreck.
Yeah, but the guy reading the newspaper will be at fault for turning it on self-driving mode.
He can actually grab the steering wheel and it'll go back to manual mode, right? Instantly, probably.
Yeah. But
Well, then it is his fault for buying the car.
Exactly. It has to be because there's no way these car companies would continue to make these if every accident was their fault, you know?
Right, exactly. Why would anybody take on this liability? Like, I could see Google taking on the liability more than Tesla, because I guarantee you Google's more rich than Tesla is, or the Tesla company is.
Yeah.
So Google that's the thing, is there's too much risk, and I know this is a guy that does this stuff. He puts a lot of things down, puts his money down to do something that most of his stuff is a high risk factor compared to being technologically advanced.
Right.
You'd think that an inventor or a creator would take it on first, but a smart businessman would be like, I'll just let Google do it, and then I will go ahead and recreate it, and without all the bugs in it.
Right.
Let Google do it first and back off. Just don't worry about all that other shit. Try to get us some free energy and stuff. And then we'll worry about driving one of your cars to work.
Right. I don't know. He likes to be ahead of the curve, though. He doesn't like to be a follower, really.
Well, he's going to be hitting the curve, so...
Well, his car is already doing better than Google did, so...
But think about it. It's got all right, we got the Tesla name on it, and now we're talking his car's doing better than Google. Google hasn't been around that long. Tesla's name's been around forever, and now he's trying to do a self-driving car.
Wait, is it supposed to be Nikola Tesla?
Tesla.
It's the same Tesla company, isn't it?
No.
There was no
never a Tesla company.
Yeah, it was just he's
People like just a genius.
Who is it?
Elon Musk.
But he never worked for Tesla?
No.
Tesla's
Tesla-
like that's like 200 years old.
Or something.
Yeah, but why is it a Tesla car then?
40.
It's electronic.
Use the name Tesla because it's a good,
Tesla from where, though? From Nikolai Tesla?
You just like the name. It's like Franklin Investments.
Tesla
Well,
Coils.
Franklin. It's not really Benjamin Franklin Investments.
He tricked me. I thought it had something to do with Nikolai Tesla.
No, it's just very innovative, just like he was. So
Yeah, the name's supposed to be based on him. Yeah, kind of like you.
it's not like Tesla had any money. He died broke, so it's not like him using Tesla's name.
Because
It's
Thomas Edison stole all this stuff.
Yeah.
As a
I'm
story.
just saying that I don't think that's very innovative using a major creator's name and then you're a creator yourself. Why don't you put your own last name on it?
We're going to get to the point where everybody's going to say, "Oh, this is the Steve Jobs company" or something.
Right.
Just because he knows how to, just because he combined a freaking.
I'm taking it too far off track because I didn't know it had nothing to do with Nikolai Tesla, even though the only time you ever hear that name is Nikolai Tesla, and he's trying to like make a big thing out of it. It worked. I mean, it
Trying
got
to
my
honor
attention.
the name because most people don't know who Nikola Tesla is.
So it does have something to do with Nikolai
You know, I
Tesla.
thought everybody knew who he was.
Kinda. I don't know about everybody.
They
I
know who
didn't know.
Edison is, that's for sure.
Yeah, they definitely know Edison. Yeah.
He
invented the light bulb.
Tesla's the one that you find out about later. It's just like, oh, he's the one that did everything.
Right. You're like, he's a genius.
Nobody wanted to give him money, right?
Well, they kept giving him money, and then they stopped funding him when they found
It's
out
so
the
funny.
energy.
Think of the risk factor with no funding and all the things that he had to do, and Elon Musk is basically doing the same exact thing, and with the Tesla name. I see you repeating history here.
Right. Except for somehow Tesla, I think, is a publicly traded company already, right?
I think he needs to go fund himself.
Yeah, for sure. No, he's already building rockets and he's got enough money, SpaceX and all that.
Yeah,
Like
they're flying right into the ocean.
launches.
Yeah, that's true.
They're blowing up all over the place. It's just horrible rocketage.
Had a couple failures.
Well, sometimes we can't always get it up.
Yeah. And he tried to, like I said, he tries to be innovative. He tried to land the things on a certain base so they wouldn't have to.
Every trip to the moon resulted in no deaths, but just like a trip to like outside the atmosphere. Well, there's no deaths too in the SpaceX, but
Yeah,
I can't even say that.
they wouldn't dare put any people
The
in
space shuttle is just like it blew up twice, and there's like way more people on a space shuttle than a rocket going to the moon.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like 3 compared to like 20 or something. It's just like they're all dead instantly.
Well, because they figured out they got lazy.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
Yeah, we ain't gotta go to the moon anymore.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
gonna
if
go
you
that
want space sex, you got to get it up.
There you go. Speaking of sex.
Nice
let's talk
segue.
about Yes, this passport intersex. So basically what happened is this guy or girl that was born with a penis and a vagina passport
Or
What
Caitlyn
was-
Jenner like.
Did you say
And-
penis?
and a vagina.
Penis in the vagina or penis and a
Yeah.
vagina? Okay, because there's could be a. All right.
It
just one-
I don't know how it was situated down there.
I've actually seen that before.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, we
Um,
don't talk about. Dee-lee-lee-lee.
yeah. So anyways, so to be able to get a passport, he has to choose male or female, and he decided to put like an I below that or something for intersex, and they wouldn't accept it and all this crap. So now he's fighting to get
Yeah.
like some kind of extra letter on a passport, so you don't have to choose male or female.
Just just have an other. Get it over with.
Right.
Just because there's actually a million of them.
God, just like pick one. I thought it was like
I know.
kind of like a Bruce Jenner that didn't want to decide, but then when I found out it was like a hermaphrodite, I was like, oh, that kind of does make sense.
How many depends on the chromosomes though.
Oh, then we gotta have
Yeah.
a blood test or some science shit
Exactly.
going on while you're going to
And
get
then
your
that should
passport.
say it. It's either one or the other for the chromosome thing.
Well, no, I got a resolve for this. No passports. Just get rid of passports, and you don't have to. You save all kinds of money. You don't have to have a guy stand there try to figure out what it is when it's trying to get out of the country. So you already save money by not hiring the guy that needs to accept the passport. Just like the gay marriage thing. If there's no marriage, you don't have a gay marriage problem. Just nobody can marry anymore. Nobody.
Why don't they just take them all away? Why do you need male or
Married is the worst
female
part.
I
on
know.
the passport at all?
What's that?
Why does it matter?
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just like I don't know, there's a lot of things that don't really matter. Like first of all, who bones who? You know, like if it's two girls or two guys, why would that matter? Like in the bedroom behind closed doors, nobody gives a shit. So if they're walking down the street and they look like they might be lesbian or they might look like they're gay, that doesn't mean that. What does it matter to do with anything? You know what I mean? It's like saying you can't leave the country because you like dudes and you're a dude, and you need to pick one. You need to just pick one. Are you gay or not gay?
Right. They don't.
None of it matters. That doesn't
Bisexual.
matter. If somebody walks up to you with a passport and their face matches and the name matches and it matches their license, now what you would have to do is you got to go off the license though, because how did they get their license?
I don't know.
So why didn't they just go off of what it says on the license? It says this is what your license says it is, unless of course this person said I don't accept it anymore. I look like a man in this photo. I am a woman now, or I'm both. You can't go up and confuse people though. What it comes down to is the license. If it says it on the license, here it is on the passport. This is the only way you're getting out of the country. Either that, or you can go give the DMV a fucking problem.
I like that. Yeah, I didn't think about that because it does go by the license.
Got to start with the DMV. It's what it is. It's a matter of bad customer service because all the guy had to do, he didn't have to go, I don't know what you are, so you can't come out of the country. What he should have said is, let me see your license. Your license doesn't match what you wrote down. Would you like to retake the test? because you're not going to go out of the country if you mark anything other than what it's on your license. And that's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And they're not going to fire him over it.
Hmm.
Why didn't they do that?
My
Where's the rest of
prediction is within 2 years, your license will no longer say if you're male or female, and neither will your passport. That's my prediction.
Because it doesn't mean anything, really?
Right. You look
Yeah.
like they've never taken my license and be like, it says male. Can you whip it out for me? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, here's the problem. What if a police officer pulls you over, doesn't know what you are, and he's pulling you over on suspicion of rape, and it says you're female?
Then you could have raped a man.
Yeah, but it's not a man. The victim was a
Maybe
woman.
a lesbian raping.
You know what though? Actually, even now today it could be a problem because they could pull me over and they'll be like, "Did you rape this girl or whatever?" I
Yeah,
would
you're a man. You're a rapist.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a rapist. I've never raped a girl, so I don't know how the situation would be. So here's the deal: cop pulls me over, says, "Did you rape this girl?" No, I don't have a penis.
Right.
What are they gonna do? They're not gonna strip search you not
Did
right
you?
away.
You could have just been a girl and you
Then they'll
fingered.
go into the trunk and look at the strap on, and then you're screwed.
Yeah,
Literally
they're screwed. They'll just put it on and you're screwed.
screwed.
Even though he doesn't need it because he's got one.
They should just make a stamp that says you're screwed. If you can't figure out if you're male or female, put it on the passport. Screwed.
Right.
You can still go out of the country though. You're just screwed.
My thing is, would some countries even accept you if you couldn't
I don't-
decide if you're
I
male?
don't
or-
think they would.
Some of them, like I don't think some of them would.
Even the country you're getting out of doesn't accept you. How are you going to go to another country?
Right. Yeah.
There should be some sort of paperwork where it's against your rights to not be able to leave the country if you're going to a country that definitely accepts it. I mean, like if there's more of a progressive situation, what they would call a progressive situation, for them to excel. Like they can't be here and be who they are, so they want to go to a country that's supposedly progressive. So there maybe needs to be some sort of signed documents. But you know what that turns into? That'll turn into they kicked me out of the country because of my what is it even? I was gonna say gender, but if the guy doesn't have a gender because he couldn't figure out if he was male or female, he doesn't have a gender. So how can you?
Kicked me out because of my ambiguity, basically.
Ambiguity.
Um,
I'll go with that.
let me. I want to jump off on a side thing that we weren't even going to talk about because you guys just reminded me of something. When you said more like lenient countries and stuff that accept things, because I know in Europe, I think it's Europe, that they allow this a lot, and they just passed a law in New York where restaurants have to allow you to be able to bring a dog if you have a patio at your restaurant.
Mm.
Really?
Patio, you have to let the person bring their dog on.
What about cats?
The service dog, any dog. Nope, it's dog right now only.
There's dog, no cats.
Yes. Cats always get the shaft. Well, what do you think about that? Like,
That's stupid.
I know, like,
can't-
what if you're at a high-end restaurant and you're spending, like,
No, that shouldn't even be right. You should,
your meal?
yeah, you can't. You should just be like, you can't bring a dog. I don't even get that.
Buddy,
Now
how does that spaghetti taste? Back
I
there?
understand. You can have it.
What do you got, a patio?
Yeah.
No, I don't understand. Like, why? I understand service dog thing. I get that.
I
Right.
don't. Even in a food situation, I don't. People complain about allergies with food all the time. Does this contain peanuts? You'll have a person bring a short-haired min pin to the back of a patio that could give everybody else their allergy problems, but he's got a peanut allergy. And I can't have anything that touches peanuts. That's why I come here. But meanwhile, you're making everybody else sneeze their ass off
Yeah,
because
but
dog shedding everywhere.
people with peanut allergies should just.
Die? Is that
Yeah.
what you're going to say? Is
They
that what
should,
you're going to
just, they
say?
should just. They should basically should, because it's just like, come on, just stop causing problems for everybody. Just
Isn't it
Is it-
survival of
die
the-
like you're supposed to.
It's natural selection, you know?
Yes, exactly.
I think I have a peanut allergy, by
They're
the
the
way.
kind of people that just like, oh, we can't serve peanut butter and jelly at schools anymore, that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's blasphemy.
Yeah.
The only thing that kills me about
I'm going to be religious because they do anything.
Survival of the fittest.
Hmm.
At one time, there was only one cell that turned into a bunch of different things. Why didn't that, whichever one was winning, just stay at that path?
Right.
Why did it ever branch off then?
Reminds me of Bulgaria for some reason.
Yeah.
Something very
You know,
scientific about
the
that game.
service dog thing, you can't, like, somebody who has, like, epilepsy or something not be allowed to go to a fancy restaurant, you know?
They can go to a fancy restaurant and have an epileptic seizure all they want, just don't have the dog there. There's plenty of humans there that could help them. The dog can't pull the tongue out of the back of the throat. You should know what I'm talking about.
No, they're about to have a fit, like, up to, like, a half hour before it happens.
Oh, so you mean so they just go, okay, I don't want to have a seizure now.
No, the dog senses it, and the person with them, or if they're by themselves, they get ready to go to the, in an ambulance.
They get ready and they go to the hospital, basically, is what you're saying? Okay. All right, now I got that. I got that.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I take back what I said.
But either way, if you're at a fancy restaurant, a dog was to take, like, a crap right next to you.
Well, there is that. I forgot about that.
Just like begging for all table scraps and everything. It's just
they're gonna act like the dog's not gonna.
A good point on the radio. Like, what if the dog's acting unruly? Are they allowed? They have to be allowed to kick them out.
Yeah, because they're allowed to kick people out that act unruly. So.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I took a dump on the patio and they kicked me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. If a dog ever took a crap next to me while I was eating, that's what I would do. I'd take a crap right next to their table too.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't order the poo-poo platter.
So I got off on a little side note type thing, but I thought we could bring that up. I forgot about that. So let's move to our next topic. We have to pause for a quick commercial break. All right. So we're back. How do you guys feel about the bear hunt that is happening here in the Seminole County area?
Well, it's already over, isn't it?
No, it's already over, but they're planning another one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is.
I get it. If there's so many bears around, I guess then do it. But it happened all one day. They just covered them all in one day. So it's like
there's 1,400 bears that are subspecies of bear that are nowhere else in the world. So once these ones are gone, you'll never be able to recreate them. So they killed like 320 or something, I think. Yeah. And now they're planning to do another one sometime at the end of November or something.
Well, they shouldn't do it till they're extinct.
I know, that's what it. But if they did 320 and another 320, that's 640 out of 1,400. That's basically half.
Yeah.
Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it's probably. And if they're not overpopulating and like attacking people and stuff like that. Do black bears really attack people that much though? I forget.
This all happened because there was 2 attacks or something.
There's black bears? I thought there was only white bears. I think this whole thing is very insensitive to the homosexual community because just because you're fat and you like to wear leather and you're hairy doesn't mean that.
Not those bears.
Not those type of bears.
Oh, so black bears.
The bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about the Chicago Bears, the football team.
Oh yeah.
For people to kill them all.
They're the biggest football team ever, and they had to, even the odds a little bit.
I didn't even know they had 1,500 of them. That's weird.
One bear got shot right in his dicka. Dicka. The Bears. Yeah.
Fuck me.
Actually, back to that. Did you ever hear that one joke? Like, when you ever see when they'd be like, who would win in a fight, so-and-so or Dicka? Or whatever, did you ever hear that?
And it's Dicka every time, right? Or no, it's the Bears, isn't it? It's just the
Bears. But no, they're like, who would win in a fight, a hurricane or Dicka? And then, I think it was Chris Farley, and he's like, what if it was Hurricane Dicka? They're like, oh. It was funny.
I like when they'd say, like, 2 different teams. Like, who would win between the Chicago Bears no, I'm sorry, I fucked it up. Next show.
All right. So I don't know.
It was always the Bears. It'd be 2 completely different teams. Like it could be like Rosie O'Donnell and Donald Trump, the Bears. That's who wins.
Oh yeah.
You know, something like that. Yeah.
Right. I get you.
That's why I didn't write for Saturday Night Live.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
Because I fucked it up by saying the punchline.
Exactly. So let's move on to our little Halloween topic, and I got a little Halloween noise I can play for you guys. Hang on a second.
Gonna be.
Got him! Got him!
All right.
We have no sounds.
Well, that is pretty scary if you see that guy's teeth.
Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
Jack Lantern is what I should have said.
Oh,
God damn it.
All right, you could be that, and I'll be.
Jack
yeah.
Lantern.
No, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not giving it.
No, today I'm John Candy Corn.
Nice.
Oh, very good.
Nice.
Gravid Spade. That was a stretch. Forget it. I wish you guys could smell my fart right now. You guys alive, or maybe you did smell it? Oh, God.
All right. Anyways, let's move on to horror movies. Don't even start with your. No.
Wait, didn't we already do this a year ago?
Yes.
I remember bringing up High Tension.
Oh shit, we've been on for a year.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the anniversary yet. That was the
Those are like test shows or some shit.
It's gone on too long. How long is this joke gonna go on for?
I don't know. But let's just bring up like some, I don't know, things, different horror movies and stuff like that. Not like best ever or whatever. Just some discussion. I don't know. I always had a certain affinity for Michael Myers and the original Halloween movie.
Yeah.
To me, that was.
What's an affinity? For the people that don't know what it is at home.
It's kind of like infinity, but.
I don't even know the definition, but I know what it means. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
it
that
just
didn't help.
like you really like it, or you have a passion for it, or something.
I kind of felt, you know how they say, when did I go to school? They said something about drawing your own conclusion, and that I think that kind of helped me, because I'll hear big words sometimes, and most people that know the words will not say they're big. They don't. That's not a big word. Well, that's because you know the fucking word.
Context clues.
Context clues. I didn't make it that far either. They just said draw your own conclusion.
Okay. Same.
Yeah,
And I was literally drawing. It was in pre-K.
just to know what context clues meant.
Yeah, I
better-
don't even know what that means.
Better than my drawings. I just drew tornadoes.
Nice.
So nice.
Just.
Oh, you drew tornadoes?
At least it
They're
was.
the easiest thing to draw. You just go.
Yeah, I did that too for a little
I
while.
know.
Could have been dicks.
One day the teacher's just like, "Why are you drawing tornadoes?" Just,
Uh-oh. Get him on Ritalin. He's drawing tornadoes.
yep.
I tried to draw cubes as fast as I could.
Oh yeah, cubes too, of course. Oh, of course the S looking thing.
Yes. Yeah. So,
I
anyways.
tried drawing boobs. I don't know what you guys are fucking
See,
drawing.
in my day, it was
draw around it.
there were penises everywhere. So.
Mine was tits all the time. I never drew a dick ever. I was not interested. I mean, I don't care if people are.
My
it's fine.
favorite.
You can be interested in dicks, but I was always trying to draw boobs because I didn't see enough of them.
Wait, before we move on, my favorite was in high school when I just walk into the bathroom stall. I just see this detailed picture of a curly-haired kid, and there's just a big dick in front of his face drawn, and it just says Eric with an arrow pointed to it.
I remember you telling me that story, and I was like,
it was so gigantic.
Name.
It was so gigantic. Like, we don't give a shit what the janitors do. We don't give a shit what Eric thinks. Just.
Like, how long do you think they were in there for?
I don't know. Like, it must have been like during lunch because you can just. They're not. The teachers weren't like, "Where the fuck is he already?" It must have been during lunch, so you can just go in there and just spend as much time as you want. It's in the stall, so they never get caught. It's because they can't peek in the stalls and say, "Oh, what are you doing in there?"
Are you drawing in there?
Right.
What are you whacking off?
Why are you stalling in there?
Why would anybody ever be afraid? Like, I didn't do it only because I thought I'd get caught, but why would you ever think, like, even if you did walk out and they were like, what did you do in there? And then they look and they see a big picture, and the last time they were in there, they didn't see it, which could have been a month before that.
Yeah.
Before they even
Right.
suspected the kids would be like, I didn't do it.
I know.
Of course I have a Sharpie on me. I'm going to art class. What the fuck you want from me?
Of course, you had like the
Ward was here or something below.
you had basically the
Oh,
text
there's that,
messaging,
yeah.
text messaging on the desk. It's just like
Right.
talking on the desk. I just erase it and shit. Like fuck you guys.
Yeah. I like when people always had like conversations, like when they would write on the bathroom stall and they'd be like, "Eric's gay," and then he'd be like, "No, I'm
Yeah.
not," and it's like,
No, I'm not.
Wait,
But it's probably not even Eric.
my favorite was
That's the first troll was the person that said no, I'm not when it's not even Eric.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. No, also, I think in that same stall, someone, of course, you get the swastika, and then someone just crosses it out and puts a Star of David.
That'll teach him.
Yep.
That's fun. All right. So
We can keep going with our topic now.
I don't know how we went into that Halloween.
How come the swastika is not the swastika of Hitler? Instead of like the Star of David, swastika of Hitler.
It was already a cross. It was already something
Long
before
time.
him. Yeah.
Proves how unoriginal that bastard was.
Yeah. I mean, he stole frickin'
A lot of stuff.
the mustache from what's his face?
Chaplin.
I
Chaplin,
was
but
going to
also-
say Groucho Marx and I forgot.
No, he actually. You know, he had that mustache. Or no, it's not a joke either.
No, why?
So when he wore a gas mask, it would close tight around his face.
Oh really?
Because if you had a mustache, it wouldn't close right, and if like there was a mustard gas or some gas, it would seep in through your gas mask.
So he had a mustard stash.
Yeah, he had a mustard
Nice.
stash.
So why didn't, if people looked up to Hitler, why didn't they have the same mustache?
pretty
Why would
short.
anybody?
A lot of people look down to him.
Right.
Everybody under him didn't even have beards. They just had like nothing.
Yeah, but there were some guys that he had. They had like a mustache, or some of them had beards and shit like that too.
They all.
So
I
why
saw
did
them
he
all
wear
clean
the-
shaven.
Why would he have a mustache at all then?
I don't know, but when he fought in the war before that, he had like one of those Italian like curly mustaches. And he really liked what Mussolini was doing, so that's why he was kind of trying to have that same effect in Germany.
And
What
then
happens when a moose gets drunk?
Mussolini. You're supposed to say when Bullwinkle gets drunk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to throw him off.
I'll do it again next year.
Yeah. Or he gets if you say Bullwinkle, then you could be like, he gets a little rocky.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Anyways.
Or he might take a leak on you and get a little Peabody.
Oh, nice. I don't even know.
Wait, hang on. I don't got anything. I'm trying to think of something else, but. Oh my!
Deep thoughts.
Take a dump on them and you say you do right.
Nice.
Do right.
Oh, Dudley do right.
Right.
Same.
Right, that guy. Uh-huh.
Same-
How about
These nuts.
Tasha? Who's Nut Tasha?
That's pretty good.
Who's the? I forgot the guy's name though. Natasha.
Boris.
Oh yeah, Boris and Natasha. Yeah. Yeah.
And his name's not funny, so it is what his name is. Just,
All right.
It bores us.
So if before our show gets any more boorish, let's try and get into some of these horror movies.
Speaking of boars, later on. Keep going.
What?
No, I'm just segueing now because like we're gonna talk about like pork and stuff later on.
Oh yeah.
Why did I know that when you said that, but I just didn't answer? Like, I wasn't going to answer. I was like, are you talking about...
Because I didn't write it down.
Yeah. After
But real quick, anything on horror movies you guys want to add, or do you want to talk about the cancer?
Oh,
Which is
horror
not.
movies or cancer?
Yeah.
A little of both.
Horror movies.
How about what's your go-to, like one that I guess?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's the first movie. It's the first horror movie that actually scared me. And the
Right.
last one, actually, after I saw it, I was like, oh, this is what a real horror movie looks like. And after that, forget
Right.
it. Hostel came close because some of those parts were gory as fuck in
Yeah,
Hostel.
scary though.
Not scary, but gory to where my stomach turned a little bit like it was kind of real, like I felt like I was in the scene. And that's why Texas Chainsaw Massacre was scary to me, because it felt real.
Right. Because they gave you that fake little line at the beginning, based on true events or something.
Could be that reason. Stuck in my head.
The thing with Halloween, the reason why I like that, because it was the first one I remembered, which I don't know if it was before Texas Chainsaw Massacre or not, where it wasn't like, Jason was
Not Jason.
dead kid or something who comes back to life who can't be killed or whatever.
Not Jason, though. You said Halloween.
I know, no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Compared,
I gotcha.
and
Yeah.
Michael Myers was just a deranged kid, who.
But how do he keep coming back to life after he gets killed every time?
That's what I didn't like. That's what I'm saying. The first one.
There should only be one. I gotcha.
A lot of horror movies there should have just been one.
Right.
Why does everybody keep coming back? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's what
the
I'm
real
saying. The first one.
That's
But-
why Freddy holds up, because he's in your dreams. You got to believe in
What do you think
supernatural
about-
shit, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not afraid of Freddy. I'm not afraid of things that, like, Michael Myers was realistic to me. Like, there could just be some deranged kid who on Halloween dresses up in a weird mask and starts killing people,
Yeah.
And
They even don't do it during Halloween. I mean, that actually happens not on Halloween all the time. Deranged
Right.
kids getting dressed up and killing people, so it's definitely believable.
What do you consider a horror movie? Because
What
sometimes it's like, gone.
Well, why'd they call him the Boogeyman then, Jim? Like, some people be like, the Boogeyman, when they talk about Michael Myers.
I don't know. I didn't get that.
That would make me think he's fake,
Yeah, maybe they just called him that because he was really scary, and that was the scariest thing they knew. I don't know.
Strange.
But he wasn't fake. He was a real kid. Remember, he was looking at his sister and everything at the beginning.
I actually don't remember the movie. I may have not even seen the original one.
I've never seen it either.
Oh, you guys got to watch that. That's the best one. I'm
Did
telling
you watch any of the Rob Zombie versions?
No.
The ones he redid. I'm wondering how good those are.
Yeah, I haven't watched those.
Sam was gonna say something though, and
Yeah.
I forgot. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. What do you consider? There's a lot of horror movies that say they're horror movies. What do you think about I'd say Alien's a horror movie. Wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd say Alien's a horror movie, but
Yeah. I say so.
I guess I'd say it's definitely a horror movie. But what do you think about Terminator?
The
No.
first one, yes.
The first one does seem more like a horror movie, but but the second one, he's just
Scary.
look at Terminator's just scary. Really.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is you had
Better than horror movies.
they don't have one-liners in horror movies of a kid trying to make a robot from the future cool. So that can't automatically. There's comic relief in the movie. The
Yeah,
original
every comic
one didn't
relief
have
in
I'm
comic relief.
saying these type of movies are horror. Then The Matrix is a horror movie.
I bet if I could go on Wikipedia, it'll say The Matrix is a horror movie.
Right. I know some people would think that, but
The Matrix
one
is
guy.
just American science fiction action.
that's what I would think for Terminator too.
And definitely Alien science fiction. Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely science fiction, but it's also horror. I think. I think
See-
that falls under horror.
Here's the thing: you got a major science fiction movie with an alien predator, and nobody's going to say that's not a horror movie. The setting, people can say that it was a I don't know, like a war movie because of really what they were trying to do. A war, it was a war on that shit going on, whatever the fuck was going on. They were going against the predator, right?
Right.
They were dropped in, but the thing is, well, wait, in the original one, weren't they actually in a war? Didn't they actually have people they were trying to go against aside from Predator? Because they were in the shit, and then the Predator showed up,
I don't
I
know.
think. Anyways, I love the movie, and I would consider that a horror no matter what, and it's about as science fiction as it gets, really.
Yeah.
Right. That's what kills me. How science fiction-y it is. I don't know. That's
It's
weird.
not super like science fiction. It's almost like it's like
crossover.
1979's idea of the future, which is like even I guess it'd be different back then, but now it looks like the past, but it's still future-y because they're on a spaceship. So it's like that doesn't really happen yet. But
Like to me, like even like the Saw movies or any of those aren't horror movies to
what do you
me.
think of like What
Because
do you
they're
think of
just
like?
gory.
Yeah, just because it's gory, it's not like
I agree. It shouldn't be horror just because it's gore.
There is a different, total separation.
a specific
But
set of like bad guys against you. I don't know. I guess there is one bad guy in that. I don't know.
Specifically, there's gory movies specifically that are definitely not horror movies, and they even have comic relief in them, but they're bloody as hell, like Dead Alive.
yeah,
Dead Alive is ridiculous. The guy has a lawnmower attached to his chest, turns it on, and just mows through undead people. Or dead people that came back to life for however
I mean,
long.
it's just like any gory movie, like even like war movies and stuff. It's like
Yeah, there's gore all over the place, even in non-horror flicks. Like, it has nothing to do with Halloween or anything.
what about Twilight Zone?
Science fiction all the way.
But is it horror?
Never.
You don't think Twilight Zone's horror?
No, because it's not anywhere near what horror would be considered today. Maybe
I
back.
don't watch it as a horror thing. I watch
Those
it.
things freaked me out.
What's that?
A lot of Twilight Zone episodes freaked me out.
And
I
if
don't
they're
know.
scary to you, and that means they're horrifying, so I guess they'd be horror to
It's
you.
sort of horror, I think.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know.
I'm
It's
unsure
something to
on-
think about. Twilight Zone's a good one to bring up, I think.
Total science fiction, though. I mean, like when people
Yeah,
think
but it could be
Twilight
science
Zone,
fiction and horror, just like Alien.
because there was many episodes, yes. But,
Yeah, but some of them aren't science fiction. I mean,
like,
it's
which ones?
but it's not like science fiction. I saw one where there was like a guy like who was a German soldier or something, and he killed a bunch of Jews, but then like all the Jews' ghosts were coming back to like kill him and stuff.
You know, that one I think was actually Dennis Hopper was in that one.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, I don't know who it
I
was.
think so. Was it a guy that was trying to gain crowds? Like he was on a soapbox and trying to talk people in and stuff like that. And that was Hopper. I swear to God, it was.
I would call that like a psychological thriller or something.
It's funny because like you think of like I wouldn't think of No Country for Old Men as being horror at all.
Right.
Even though it's a serial killer and everything. Oh, you know,
And gory as fuck too.
it's gory and it's scary to me and suspenseful, like more than
That was
most
scary.
movies. It was scary and suspenseful because it's just like he's just sitting in there and like I don't know, you know something's gonna happen because he's near the door, you see his shadow of the feet, but then it's just like boom, the lock just comes off and hits him in the face because he uses the freaking cow thing.
Yeah,
And it's just like that whole scene after that where he's just like the guy gets blown. It's just like
that's a true suspense.
Yeah.
That's what the definition of suspense is.
yeah.
I know.
But still was horrifying to me. Like I was
I know.
scared.
But
More
that's
than-
that's scarier to me than a lot of horror things that I'm actually saying are definitely horror. But at the same time, I wouldn't call that a horror at all. Like a crime movie.
But when you do look up best horror movies, you'll see Alien and stuff on there.
Yeah, Alien I definitely consider one. I mean, it's set up to be one, really. I think.
Well, then 2001: A Space Odyssey is too. I mean, it's a whole ship that killed. Well, I don't want to give anything away.
Oh,
but
that could be.
everybody
That
knows.
could definitely be a horror movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's getting so.
Back in the day, that could scare the
Some
shit out of
point.
someone.
I want to look up the definition of horror movie.
I think well, Alice in Wonderland's obviously. I think that was supposed to be horror, right? Originally.
I don't know.
Or am I thinking of? Might be thinking of Willy Wonka. I think the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was supposed to be a horror book originally or something. Because if
I
you
don't
think
know.
about
It's
it,
a lot darker. I know that much. But
think
I
about
don't-
the movie though. Like a lot of dark stuff does happen, but it's so light. Like the kids like do turn into freaking blueberries and drown in chocolate basically, and it's just like
Right.
a lot of horror stuff happens, but the movie doesn't make it out to be horror because you don't know they died and stuff. But like in the book, it might just be like he's dead or something. It's just
Right.
like a total horror thing. I've never read the book.
Going to the incinerator or whatever, or she's going to the
Yeah.
incinerator.
Yeah,
He's like, maybe the flame's not on, and he's just like nonchalant about it.
yeah.
And then you're
So
like, he's joking, right?
the movie's kind of a horror movie, really.
Right.
I don't know.
But just the way he says it, and he's like, maybe the incinerator's not on today or something. They
Yeah.
only light it every other day. And you're like, oh, he's just joking. You take it as that, but what if he's being serious?
Also,
you
they're
know?
about to get chopped up by the fan. It's just
Yeah. That was actually pretty suspenseful right there.
yeah.
Well, would you consider Bambi a horror movie then? When like the first character you see when you watch it dies, gets shot down by a hunter, and you're a child and you expected no death at all because it's a Disney movie?
Yeah.
Sounds like a personal thing with you.
I may or may not have scarred.
Against Disney because it ruined your childhood.
You know, they've done it so many other times too, because it's like Land
Bambi-
Before Time.
I think.
Like Land Before Time's not Disney, but like, is it? No, it's not Disney. I don't think. But like Littlefoot's
and a lot of movies Disney did that.
Later on, like now it's just
Finding Nemo. I mean that's Pixar, but
he didn't die.
The mother died right away.
Oh, the mother died. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's just copying. That's just unoriginal. That's just copying Disney.
I mean, yeah, of course, there's Simba's dad. Simba's dad dies.
Well, that's the thing. Bambi scarred me, and the next time, which means Bambi scarred me, which means Disney scarred me, and the next time I got scarred by Disney was actually from a character named Scar.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, I wasn't a kid then when I saw that movie, but I still didn't expect. I was like, holy fuck, they did it again, and it was super sad too. I'm like, why? It's just a fucking cartoon.
When did you watch
Warner Brothers doesn't do this to me.
When did you watch? Because you were a kid when it came out.
I think it was in middle school, like a substitute teacher type of deal. And then they're just here, watch a movie and shut the.
I watched it when I was like 4 or 5.
I saw that in the theater, so I was pretty young.
Yeah, I was like 4 or 5 when it came out. I think, or when I saw it.
Yeah, I was probably like.
And I was probably like, watch this, Sam, and be scarred for life.
No. I saw
that on replay.
Oh yeah, just like frickin' Eris in Final Fantasy VII, you recorded it and just played it over and over again. Her getting stabbed.
When I saw that was like the greatest thing I've ever seen in video game history because it affected me so bad.
I just walked in the room and you were just like, oh, and he just rewinded it. It looks like he's jumping back up and then coming back down.
It was so fucking because I recorded everything.
Yeah.
I had a VCR on hand for anything, I don't even know how I recorded the video game, but I did somehow.
Yeah.
There was no YouTube, so we know it wasn't that.
Yeah.
But I would have had it on YouTube.
That was funny though.
Fucking Halloween?
Is there horror going on like this?
Somebody just died.
Yeah. Well, they're just
at least Buddy's okay.
Yeah. He doesn't have to worry about Scar.
Before we'll leave it at that for now. But Sam, what did you want to say about the processed meats cancer story?
I just figured bring it up because it's supposed to be like a gigantic deal, and it just was announced like it was processed meats and stuff like pork.
The cat just licking your arm off right now. Speaking of processed,
it's just it's probably stuff like cat.
Basically everything you eat besides chicken.
Really?
And non-vegetables. Any meat you eat besides.
Yeah, they're mostly saying processed, but then they're saying it's probably everything else too. But they're also specifically saying pork, bacon, and basically anything that Muslims and Jews don't like. So it's just almost like, maybe there's something behind it, but that's a conspiracy thing.
Yeah, they're trying to raise the prices on all the good shit. That's what's going on.
That too, yeah. Oh, we could just, yeah. Well, basically, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Everything costs. The meat companies
gonna go down.
What's that?
Demand will go down though. So
the meat companies.
It's not though. They're trying to give you the illusion that demand's going to go down and raise the prices on the stuff that everybody wants. We want pig. 3 of us want pig right now. Just thinking about bacon, we want.
The meat companies already fired back and said, if you're gonna do yoga, make sure you don't breathe the air because that'll cause cancer too. Nice. One of the meat companies fired back.
Wasn't it like?
Wow.
Well, he found there's a possibility or something. It wasn't even like a guarantee thing.
No, it was like a guarantee. They're actually almost. That's why it's such a big deal. There's like a guarantee of processed foods do it. But everything else is like probably they're saying. But everything causes cancer. That's what the problem with that is.
Yeah, you know what causes cancer? Living.
But they're going as far as saying like as much as smoking is what I read.
Wow. And they said red meat was the worst, which I'd be dead because so much steak. I just nonstop.
You do eat a lot of steak, yeah.
All I gotta do is just keep eating it and just get cancer one day. That's just how it works. I don't think I'm a guy that's gonna stop eating cheeseburgers and shit.
Here's what I don't understand. Why is everybody scared that any red meat product, processed or not processed, has anything to do with cancer. Why would cancer scare you when for years they said it's bad for your heart? I'd be more afraid of my heart stopping than getting a cancerous thing that can be removed. You can't remove my heart? I mean, you can, but obviously that'd be very expensive, and I probably will die. Cancer might be able to be removed on time. It's less scary is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I think heart is less scary because people think like heart attack, boom, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
Cancer, you're like, over time you're gonna die. So
Only if you over time you're gonna die on the long run, but most of the time, what it comes down to is when you have cancer, they do the whole treatments and everything, and then that's the suffering part is when they try to fix you.
Yeah.
They don't do all these things for heart, so they go, oh, here we're gonna put you through this anti-heart thing.
Like
I don't even know what it's called, Like, what are we going to do? We're going to pump you full of gamma rays into your heart to make your heart better. That doesn't make sense. Why do it for cancer?
Is there something else they do chemotherapy for besides cancer? It's like the same thing, but not for cancer. I forgot.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to ask you to look this up, and you'll find the answer, Sam. Look up Selena Gomez has
boobs.
No. It should
She likes stomp.
Did it come up?
Selena Gomez reveals she has lupus.
Lupus. They do chemotherapy on that.
That's the celebrity one. All celebrities have lupus now. It's the thing to do. It's just the in thing to do.
Okay. It's kind of like similar to cancer, but it's not at all.
Right.
The body's immune system mistakenly attacks healthy tissue. That is way different than cancer, yeah.
Right. It burns your joints like crazy, but that's what she has.
You mean it's actually painful?
That's the chemotherapy one. Yes, very painful.
Oh. It's brutal, actually.
Yeah. So let's get way out of here, and since we're talking about the heart, you know what rhymes with heart, right?
Of course.
Fart. All right.
That was not a fart.
Yeah.
That was a shart.
Yeah. Definitely a shart.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what happens when you can't stop making love to camels?
What's that?
Camel toes?
You get hump?
Go through camel therapy.
Nice.
Now I like camel toes better.
Sure. All right. That's gonna end the show for today.
Oh God. Let's do another one real quick.
Kind of flew by.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
Yep.
Maybe talk a little bit afterwards. So here comes the outro.
Goo to be.
Goo to be. Aftermath. Alright, I gotta have a little mention real quick here of one thing.
Okay. Hello. Where's your sugar skull face?
Yeah. This silly guy right here is my daddy.
Well, we knew he was silly.
The ratings going up.
We knew he was silly.
Went up. Alright, so okay, so
I thought you had. There's at least. I know there's at least one more child that you're supposed to bring back. There's that thing where one sister has to do one thing, one sister has to do one thing. Where's
we locked her in a cage.
Oh my God.
Yep, that's how we roll. Halloween time, they gotta get used to some crazy shit. Anyways,
wow.
The aftermath today
Hocus
is
pocus.
gonna be updated diarrhea jokes.
Okay.
And I don't know who wants to start off.
You're pooping on a porch. Somebody says light a torch. Diarrhea. Diarrhea.
I like how updated that one was.
Yeah, it was totally fucking
whatever comes to your head.
1600s.
When you want to go on Twitter, but you're in the outhouse getting a splinter. Diarrhea.
I was gonna say shitter.
I know.
Yeah, but that's too obvious. Though.
And I wasn't looking down reading all these that I wrote down at all. When you all right, you go.
You go.
Okay.
You go.
When you're searching on Google and your butthole unleashes something brutal, diarrhea.
It doesn't even rhyme though.
I know.
It's
Google
still
says
funny.
brutal.
Dude.
Brutal. It's close enough.
When you ate too many donuts, people wish you had no butt. Diarrhea.
Nice.
When you're logging on to Yahoo and your butthole goes achoo, diarrhea.
Shit.
When you eat a lot of donuts and your butt is blowing out some guts, diarrhea. Blowing out some guts.
Yeah, I am.
When you're
Nice.
on
Do whatever.
Snapchat and out your back it goes splat, diarrhea.
You're just gonna do all the social media sites.
No, I got some newer, updated, but not. That was all the social media ones. When
Are
you're
we
sipping
sure?
some craft brew and your butt begins to drool, diarrhea.
No.
Yes.
Yes. No. Yes.
And
Oh man.
when you're in a bar acting cool, but you sit on a loose stool, diarrhea.
That one was good.
Because it's like two. You're sitting on a loose stool. What kind of loose stool? You know? You don't really know at the bar.
When you're running on the track and your asshole does a lap. Diarrhea.
Right. Right.
These are all. This is actually not as good as I thought it was going to be.
I know. I got no. This one's not written down, but when you think it's like chewy, but it's your butthole getting gooey.
When Luke Skywalker says, "See you later," because I didn't realize you were Sharp Vader. Diarrhea.
Nice.
When you're walking, logging on to Twitch and your butthole starts to itch, diarrhea.
Not my butthole's itchy.
Yes. Let's see. When I don't know. I can't even think of it.
When you're hanging with your buddy, and he's like, "Something sounds muddy."
Nice.
Diarrhea. Is it
Nice.
diarrhea? Yeah, I guess it's diarrhea.
Diarrhea. When you're laying in your bed instead of out getting a tan and shit literally hits the fan, diarrhea.
That's,
That was
It's kind of long. I was trying to think how you could be laying down where shit would actually hit the fan. Oh, when you're at a, oh my gosh, I got a good one. When you're at a game up in the stands and shit literally hits the fans,
There you go. That's way better.
that's way better.
All right, kids, you can take that one to school, courtesy of a semi-useless show. Be sure to tell your parents and your teachers
Yes.
about a semi-useless show.
Yes.
When you're
when you're watching Breaking Bad and you feel moisture on your nad, diarrhea.
Oh, that's
Oh,
disturbing.
nice. Nice. Oh, man. When you're doing a broadcast show and you really got to go, diarrhea.
Good to be ya. Good to be ya.
Could it be a